Hey, welcome back to the weekly dance tutorial. I'm Ken, this is Bree, and we have a special guest, Abba and Franklin. Woo! So today's dance tutorial is actually not going to be a dance tutorial. We're going to actually learn how to count music. And this is a request from Jonathan Tran. Thanks for requesting this, Jonathan. You're awesome. First, before you even think about counting music, you have to think about listening to music, okay? So when you hear music, usually dance music has a lot of drums. Most of the time it has drums, and a lot of the times it's counted in 4 to 8 counts. So you can count music as 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because usually in dance music, the music is a certain way for a few counts and then it changes at the 8th count. So that's why a lot of dancers dance to 8 counts and not 4 counts. But musicians, when they count music, they count it with bars, and usually each bar is 4 counts. Imagine an actual bar. We're going to visualize, okay? So I'm going to teach you how to count, but first you got to visualize this bar. All right, a literal bar from the beginning of this end all the way to the end. Okay, you're gonna imagine that bar in 4 pieces. Okay, so the first chunk, that's gonna be 1, the second is gonna be 2, the third is 3, and the fourth is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so during that 1 bar, there's gonna be a couple of things happening. Okay, so the first beat is usually going to be a kick drum, and what that sounds like is it's like a really low thump. Okay, kick drums sound pretty similar throughout most dance music. So the first one's going to be a kick drum, the second piece is going to be a snare drum or a clap. Okay, so you can clap, snap, snare drum, whatever. So that's 1, and 2 is the clap, 3 is usually another kick drum, and then 4 is the clap again. So this is like for a really, really basic dance beat. Most music, sometimes the kick drum and the snare is going to be maybe a little off a little bit, but for the most part, the foundation is the same. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So every time there's 2 and 4, you're going to snap. Okay, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, or clap, whatever you want. So here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, so the reason why I said 5, 6, 7, 8 is because imagine that bar extended to another end. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 and over here, and then you're gonna have 5, 6, 7, 8 over here. Usually when you play music, right, the timeline's gonna go like this, and it's gonna be very linear. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the reason why I say 5, 6, 7, 8 is because I want to give you 4 counts ahead before you start your actual beginning. So if I say 5, 6, 7, 8, you know it's gonna loop back to 1. So before we start, we're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8, loop back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So with 5, 6, 7, 8, it's pretty much the exact same thing as 1, 2, 3, 4. But the only difference is something's gonna happen on 8, either like a drum fill or some sort of chord change or whatever, and it's gonna lead you back to 1. Here's an example. I'm gonna have...
I could have done it for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Bree play this song, okay? Yeah, so we can clap or snap along, whatever you want. So...
Are we doing 1 or do...
Yeah, but first, we're gonna listen to the song. So go ahead and play it.
Here it is.
Fanny Pack.
Okay, so now I'm gonna count it off. Here we go. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop. Right when I said 5, 6, 7, 8, something happens in the music and it changes. So that's the whole reason why we count in 8 counts, because usually in dance music, something changes on 8 or right after 8. And this could either be like a musical idea. Usually it's a musical idea, or the feeling changes or whatever. But just know that a full 8 count is usually what you want to focus on counting while you're dancing. Let's practice that one more time. We go 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, change. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. The music's gonna change. 7, 8, change. See that? So right now, what's going on? So can you pause that real quick?
Yes. I know how to pause. Woo!
So if you notice, every time we said 5, 6, 7, 8, the music starts over again. And remember, that's the thing you want to pay attention to when you're counting music, okay? And usually, if you listen to songs on the radio, it's pretty similar and it's pretty simple. So you should be able to count pretty much any type of dance music using those 8 counts. And I want you to just practice with whole counts. So that these are called whole counts because we're only counting every beat like as it comes, right? But then there's little beats that are faster than whole counts that are in between these little divisions. So those are called subdivisions. In music, we use subdivisions to help us kind of keep rhythm because, for example, if I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, it's actually easier to be on beat if you're counting like faster, which here's an example. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm gonna go 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and you see that? How I add a little extra beat in between? That's called an and count. Here, this is why I use the bar as an example, because you can see each piece, right? So imagine that piece broken in half, like directly in half. So you want to take that 1, break it in half. Now it's gonna be 1 and. They're called 8 counts is because it's 1/8 of a bar. Take those 4 counts, break them in half, and then it becomes 8 counts. So now there's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, those are 8 counts. So the way you would count those is pretty much double timing the whole count. So if the whole counts are 1, 2, 3, 4, you would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, but it's the same tempo. You're just counting the counts in between that. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. See that? When I counted it, the speed of my finger was the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and those are also and counts. We're gonna do the same thing again. Okay, but this time I want you to count the and counts with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Okay, if you notice, I was moving 2 fingers. One of them was hitting the 1, 2, 3, 4. The other one was hitting the and counts. Okay, so I was going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I know that it's weird to just point, but really, if you're dancing, you're probably going to be doing something similar if you're dancing to certain parts of the music. So sometimes when you're, let's say, popping, for example, most of the time people pop on the whole counts, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But let's say if you're ticking or doing some faster movement, you're gonna be dancing to the and counts as well. So you'd be going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it would make this ticking effect, right? Because it's faster movement. But you can further divide those up into smaller counts, which are called 16th notes, and you guessed it, they're 1/16 of a bar. So the way you count a 16th note is very similar. You're still gonna say the 1, 2, 3, 4 and the and in between, but you're gonna add an E and an So the way you put that together, it's gonna be 1 E and Okay, so if you count it all together, it's gonna be 1 E and Okay, 1 E and So I would go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have.
I feel like you're a music teacher now.
Same.
I could totally
Like,
teach music.
okay.
It actually helps if you know a little bit of music theory. If
Yeah.
not, it's fine because really it's just counting and making sure things are where they're supposed to be in the music. Okay, so let's count these whole counts one more time with music, and then I'm gonna teach you guys how to use counting when you're dancing. So go ahead. What happened?
It's a fanny pack song. Like that, we gotta put it on.
Only me.
Okay, just her.
Put your fanny back on.
I don't wanna.
No, because then I'm left out.
Cute, fine.
What?
Okay,
let's go.
let's focus, guys. It's a class.
Okay, guys.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 5E and a 6E and a 7 and a 8. Shh. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys this part of the song where the song builds up, because there's going to be snare drums that are pretty much going to be playing on the 8 counts and the 16th notes, okay? Or the 16th counts. Here we go. I'm going to just play that build up so you can listen. Here are the 8 counts. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 16th notes.
That was 1.
Yep, that was 1. So 1 is usually on the downbeat, and usually the downbeat is when the next phrase begins. That could mean either like a drop of a song, like a dance track, or it could mean a verse or a chorus or whatever. But just know that 1 is always going to be the start of a phrase and 8 is going to be the end of it. Okay, so how do you use this when you're dancing? I'm going to tell you.
I was like, why are you looking at me so close?
So the reason why you want to be able to count music is because when you're dancing or choreographing, let's say you're choreographing, okay? And you want to be able to know how to put a move to a certain part of the song, okay? Counting just helps you organize what move is going to go on what count, so you can figure out how to translate that to other people. Because let's say you're doing some choreography and you want to teach it to someone, they're gonna go, well, where's this gonna be on? And you're just gonna make a sound and go, you know, on boom, on the cack, whatever. But if you put it into counts, let's say, oh, it's gonna be on 5 and then it's gonna end on 8, they're gonna be like, okay, got it. You know, it's a good way of communicating with other dancers, because numbers, you know, everybody knows numbers, okay? That's one way to use it. Another way you can use counting is, let's say you're freestyling in a circle and you listen to this song that you don't know, right? And you don't know what beats are gonna be where, so you count it out, okay? Because chances are those 8 counts are gonna be in that song, and if you don't get a song with that, then I'm sorry, that's probably really unlucky, but most of the time, you're gonna have 8 counts in every song. So the way you can use it for freestyling is, let's say you listen to it and you analyze the first 8 count, right? Chances are the next 8 count is going to be very similar, if not just slightly different. And that's pretty much going to help you improve on your freestyling, because then you're worrying less about music and more about what you're doing with your body. So that's the end of the counting tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram at can.poriotics. Make sure you check out her Instagram and her Instagram. They all create stuff. So yeah. Also, if you want to support You Can Move, you can check out these shirts that I have for sale.
But mine's nicer.
Yeah, she's got the newer one. I've got the old school one, which I only made like 2 of. But anyway, yeah, check it out. It's new. It's a lot softer. This one's a little harder. This one's not that cool. So don't buy this one. Actually, it's not even for sale. But yeah, go ahead and check it out. And I'll leave you a link with all the info. And we'll see you next time.
Hopefully next time when you're watching, you'll be wearing one of these.
Yes. Because then you'll look really cool. It comes in other colors. All right.
You'll get her one too, right?
Yeah, I'll get her one eventually.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Eventually.
Bye.
Bye.